This conference will now be recorded.
I don't know, very less attendance today. People have not yet joined. But anyway, let's start. So we are discussing BODS. So let's continue our scenario. So yeah. So yesterday we discussed the material scenario. Maybe we will also move the data from KNA1 table. We move customers from KNA1 table along with the table. So let us take scenario. We take all the customers from along with the KNA1 table to the BODA, to the HANA database. So let us do this scenario. For this, if you go to the BODS, here we can use in the same project, we can create another job, or in the same job, we create another data flow, or in the same data flow, we can also add these tables. How can we proceed? Is my question clear?
We'll create new one, sir.
Is it new project or new job?
Yes, new project. New
Oh,
project.
okay. Okay, so we can also create a project, file, project, new project. Let's say I am doing my BODS too. So once we create a project, we need to create a job, right? So because in BODS, job is the only executable item. So we should also create job. So right click, new batch job. So I'm going to give here the job name, maybe my job, something like this. So we created job project, we created a job. Now we need to create data flow. So project job is the only executable item in BODS we created. Now data flow. So you see the right side here, this is the data flow. You don't drag and drop anything. You just do one left click and do another left click here. Now what we can do here, you can give the name like my data flow. So till now we created this one, job and the project. Now anyone can tell me what is the next step?
Create data source, data store.
Yeah, we need to create a data store for the source system and data store for the target system. Here I have a question again. Can we use usually in real time, we don't create data stores again and again, because whenever, until and unless the source and target system is same, we reuse the data store, right? So here I want to ask you, can we use the same data stores or can I create new data stores?
we can use maybe.
Okay. So for example, yesterday we created two data stores. Look at my BODS ECC. We also check. Let me tell you, data store. Just you right click, go to data store tab, right click, new, and our source system is SAP application. So you should select SAP application, and you should give some name, and you need to give server name. Anyway, let me create. Okay. So what I will do, my BODS underscore ECC SAP. When you give these details, if you right click and properties, you need to give the application server and instance number, system ID is there. So server name, HANA user, password welcome 1234, W is uppercase. If I go advanced, I am giving the system number because for SAP these details are not enough. And if you click apply, already used, we should not get any my BODS to maybe apply. When you click apply, you should not get any warning message or anything. Okay, then it's perfect. So we created data store for source system. Let's do the same thing for target system. New my BODS to, I'm just giving underscore HANA. Here database type is SAP HANA and server name HANA 2 and instance number is 30215. So here you need to give 30215. Username HANA user. Password welcome 1234. W is uppercase. So here I will give HANA 1.x and I click apply. Now click OK. Now here from the source system ECC, if you go to the tables, right click import by name. I am taking KNA1 and let's double check whether we have data or not. View data. Yeah, we have data, but in case if there is any issue with the connection and all, it will not show. So we have everything fine. Now you need to move this to data flow because we want to move the data along with KNA1 table from this data store, means from this source system to the target system HANA database. But while move in HANA database, we want to create a table along with the data. So that's the reason we need to move the template table. And here you need to give owner name, means what is the schema in the target system and what table you want to create. So if I click OK, and here I don't want to do any transformation at the moment. So I'm just directly moving. Let's see what will be happen. Then save. Now select the job and right click execute. Click OK. See, now there is a red cross here and there are errors. So if you click this, you can see there are some Chinese character and the inserted value too large because some ASCII characters and all not fitting into that like we discussed yesterday. So what I will do now, I will use transformation. So I just do one click and do another click here and I will work on this transformation. Now if I go here, I'm just selecting only few columns. If you whatever columns you want, you can do that. But still, we need to increase because we have seen in the name one column some ASCII characters, and at the same time in name two also we can see. Even I am also increasing WART01 if there are any ASCII characters and all. So let me save. Now what we will do, let me execute again. So this red cross is highlighted means we have error. So it should not be highlighted and we should get the message job completed successfully. That's what we are expecting. You can see here job is completed successfully and we also don't have any red cross here. So now go to HANA database and right click tables and do refresh. Yeah. Now we need to see whether table is created along with data. We can see here table is created and also right click data preview. See, we are able to see the data. So is it clear everyone whatever we discussed so far? Any questions? Can you please give response in the chat box? Yeah, if it is clear, I look responses in the chat box so I can go to the next topic. Yeah, is it clear for everyone? Okay, I'm assuming it is clear for everyone. Now, another last one is SLT. Like we discussed SLT, we have separate consultants for SLT. But let us discuss. SLT stands SAP Landscape Transformation Replication Server. SAP Landscape Transformation Replication Server. And this is real time. This is real time. So SAP Landscape Transformation Replication Server, this is real time. BODS is near to real time. So this is like an SAP system, like network gateway system. So first let us discuss the flow. Let's say we have a source system. Maybe the source system is anything, ECC with MS SQL database. And we also have target system, HANA database. If you want to move the data from the source system to this target system, and we use SLT server or SLT system, SAP Landscape Transformation Replication Server. And we set up RFC connection between the source system and SLT. RFC connection. Here, if you want to move the data to database, then we set up DB connection. If you want to move the data to application, SAP application, you set up RFC connection. Based on requirement, we set up either RFC connection or DB connection. In SLT, we have the modules like read module, mapping module, and write module. So read module read the data from the source system like in ETL tool. In ETL tool, you have E means extract the data, T means transform the data, L means load the data. Same way in ETL tool, read module performs like extraction, which extract the data. Read module performs like which extract the data. So it reads the data from the source system. Mapping module is like transformation in ETL tool, which transform the data. Write module write the data in the target system. So ETL, which extract the data, which transform the data, which load the data. Same way we have modules in SLT, read, mapping, write. For example, here you have some table, whatever you do in this table, right? Then trigger is triggered. Let's say this is an application table, maybe sales order table or item table, whatever it is. Whenever you do something in this table, trigger is triggered and data stored in the log table. Data stored in the log table. Then, for example, if I create a data or I change data or I delete data, whatever I do, right, then whatever I do, then this trigger is triggered and data is stored in this log table. Then read module read the data, mapping module does the mapping, and write module write the data. This is how SLT works. But actually here, this SLT system, if the source system is SAP from NetWeaver ABAP 7.4, there is a possibility of inbuilt SAP. If it is not NetWeaver ABAP 7.4, you should have a separate system. And even if it is non-SAP, you should have a separate system. You don't have option for inbuilt. But let me show you the possible ways of landscape. Any questions from this diagram? Any questions from this diagram, anyone? Is it clear? Okay, now let us see the possible landscape. Landscape 1. Let's say this is an SAP system, source system, ECC with MS SQL database, and we have inbuilt SLT, and this is the target system, HANA system or HANA database. So we will move all the data from this source system ECC with MS SQL database to HANA database. We move this source system ECC MS SQL to HANA database, but here SLT is inbuilt SAP system source system. So this is one of the landscape. Because this is NetWeaver ABAP 7.4 and also SAP system, so there is a possibility of inbuilt SLT system. So you have the landscape like this. And another landscape is this is your source system, maybe ECC with MS SQL database. Even though we have option or we do not have option, we don't want to use inbuilt SLT. So this is target system HANA DB. So we want to use separate SLT system. This is one of the options. So you move all the data from here to here, then here to here. And we have another option. You have source system. One is SAP system. Here we have inbuilt SLT. But we have another system that is non-SAP. Here you do not have option of inbuilt SLT, so we use SLT for here. This is our target system. So what we do here, we move this data to here and we move this data from here to here. This is one of the possible landscapes. And another option is even though we have inbuilt SLT in SAP systems, we don't use inbuilt SLT for some systems. Maybe this is also another SAP system or non-SAP system. We want to use centralized SLT instead of using here, not here. So we use SLT. So we move all the data from the source systems to the target system. So these are the possible landscapes in SLT. So is it clear everyone what is SLT and what are the possible landscapes? Yeah, someone is asking what landscapes we are following, right? This is used mostly for data migration, okay? Usually when HANA is sidecar, they use. Depending upon the client requirement, they go for the ETL tool. Okay, it depends upon the client requirement and prerequisite. As I told you, in real time, for SLT, you have SLT consultant. For BODS, you have BODS consultant. Smart data access consultant or HANA admin will do. Flat file, anyone can do. Okay, why we are discussing this? Because as I told you, we just discussed these three classes for certification exam or interviews, and even when you go to real time, right, you should know actually what is ETL2. You should have knowledge. That's the reason we are discussing it. Any questions, guys, in this? Is it clear? Okay. Now let me show you, for example, okay, let me close. For example, this is the SAP system with MS SQL database. And if you want to go system status, MS SQL database, you have a transaction code called LTRC, SAP LT replication server. So if you have this transaction code, it is inbuilt SLT. Let me show you again. LTRC. You can also look at here. LTRC. If this T code is there, you have inbuilt SLT. Usually we create a configuration here. You can give any name here, but I'm just showing you and some description here. But whatever configuration we are creating here, this configuration acts like schema in the target system. Whatever configuration we are creating here, this configuration acts like schema in the target system. So we are giving the configuration name here, and whatever configuration we are giving here, this acts like schema in the target system. And once we created the configuration, we give here we have two things. One is RFC connection and another one is DB connection. So we need to create RFC destination and for the source system from SLT. Anyway, it is inbuilt, so you give the same details. You give the RFC destination. Then when you go next, then you give the target system details with the DB connection. That's it. The configuration is created. So see, same way this configuration is also created. Because already this configuration is there. See, same way whatever configuration I have given, this is the configuration is given. For source system, this RFC destination is given SAP system as the source system. And target system, you have two options. You can also give SAP system and you can give SAP system details destination. If you select DB connection, you should give the target database like HANA database details. You know, HANA 2, instance 02, these are all our HANA details. So once this is done, you just execute this. Once this is done, you execute this, then everything is moved to the, once you execute this, and whatever configuration is there, it's like a schema in the target system. So if I go HANA modeling perspective, and if I do reset perspective, here under data provisioning, here under data provisioning, we are able to see whatever configuration we created, like SLT underscore ECC. Here you see SLT underscore ECC. So same configuration you can see here. And also that configuration acts like a schema in the target system. You can also look at here. See, now we need to understand in this SLT underscore ECC, we have these buttons. We have these buttons. So load, replicate, stop replication, suspend, resume. We have these buttons. So when you click load, right here, something is not working because some issue is the connection and all, but we can ignore that. I need to make you aware of what are these. So this load, whenever you click load, load is like initial replication. You see if the connection setup and all there, you see the tables, you just select and add it. And if you click finish, then the table is created in the target system, in the target schema, along with the data, because load is like initial replication. Load is like initial replication. So once you click load and you select the table from here and And if you click add, it will be added. If you click finish, the table will be here along with the data. It's like initial replication. If you add any record in the source system, that will not come. In the source system, if the table has 1,000 records, all 1,000 records will be replicated here. Even if you create 1,001 record, it will not come here. Now this replicate, if you click replicate, whatever table you select and finish, this replicate works like both initial and delta replication. Whatever table is there, it replicated here along with the existing data, and also after that, whatever new data you will create, that also will come here. When you click replicate, all the data from the source system is replicated here along with existing data. After that, whether if you create any new data, that data will come automatically here. Stop replication means, for example, if you click finish, right, everything is stopped, all triggers, everything is deleted, but don't do stop replication. If you want to temporarily stop, go for suspend. Go for suspend. Resume means if you want to restart it again, you click restart, resume. So these are the different options in SLT. Okay. So that's all from SLT side. But let me show you the document where you have everything related to this. So the document name is data provisioning. In the same document, whatever we discussed, everything you can find, like flat file, smart data access, BODS, and flat file with different scenarios. Even smart data access with different scenarios. BODS, SLT. So we have everything in this document. So whatever we discussed here, everything is created with screenshots and steps. Even though if you go through these documents, definitely you will get the clear picture. Not only in SLT, in all the tools. For example, here we have provided the screenshot even for creating RFC destination and everything. Okay, so you can also see here uh, the screenshots for RFC destination and all. Any questions? Is it clear, or any questions from this? Yeah, someone is asking, can we specify the objects in ABAP and HANA data provisioning? You can put knowledge on data provisioning. Don't put experience. Okay, just put knowledge, conceptual knowledge on data provisioning. Don't say that you created. You use it because SLT separate consultants will be there. BODS separate consultants will be there. Smart data access is also same. You just mentioned conceptual knowledge. Okay. Is it clear, everyone? Any question?
By using this SLT, so all the tables from source system will get copied to the target system, right?
Yeah, not all. Whatever you want to replicate.
So
Here I say,
where can we select?
yeah, that's what I. Here you have load option, right? For example, if you click this load, you get the tables like this, right? If you select and add, and it added, and if you click finish, that table will be replicated into your target system.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, in case you can also, we have configuration, right? In, let me show you. But here, how those tables are coming, right? That may be your doubt also. When you create configuration only, you have different steps. I will show. Yes, that's what I told you, right? For data provisioning, different consultants will be there in real time. I have just explained you 2 to 3 classes for conceptual knowledge purpose and for certification exam purpose. If you want to keep, you can keep. But no, in real time, we will not do that. If you execute actually, here you have different options. Okay. If you go administration data, no, not here. Processing steps. So here you can process your table. For example, table overview. Here you have some tables which are already there. So using this data provisioning option, you can give some table name and you the same options here also. Start load means that particular table is loaded to the target system. Here you do at the same time you do there also. Okay.
Okay.
Any more questions? Yeah, data migration is different. Data provisioning, I am saying, these ETL tools you don't keep as an experience. Okay, you just keep like a knowledge. HANA migration is different. That I will explain. Okay, I don't know what you are talking. Data migration, data provisioning, usually done by ETL tools. But data migration means it may be BDC also. Okay, not only ETL tools. It depending upon your migration tools, you can project in your resume. If it is DDC and all, you can do LSMW and all you can do. But if it is coming to ETL tools, whatever we discuss, then I am saying put knowledge, don't put experience. Okay, so till now we completed catalog or HANA SQL data provisioning. Now HANA modeling is there. Okay, we are going to start HANA modeling. So I just start because or I will start tomorrow because anyway we are. Uh, I sent link 6:50 itself today, but I see people joined at 7:10 and all. Okay, maybe let's start the class at 7 itself, or at least 7 to 7:3, 7:5. Okay, 7 to 7:5 between. I think even today I see very less people joined. I don't know. Is there any holiday or something today? I don't know. So anyway, Tomorrow we will start HANA modeling because anyway we have 5 more minutes. I think even less people are there. Tomorrow I will start HANA modeling. Maybe we can utilize this time for any questions or any doubts. Any questions? Anyone? For ongoing topics or completed topics or regarding any details of the course or regarding real time, how it looks. Any questions?
So yesterday I tried to access some of the tables in BW server like VBAP table, VBAK table, but
Yeah,
I don't see any tables in that server.
yeah, you don't find those tables. I tell you, I don't know, you missed my class. You missed some anything. This is actually HANA database only. Here you don't have our tables in this server. Okay, they have not done that. So for your practice purpose, you use custom tables or some other tables. Okay, if you want those tables are available here. If you want all the
Okay,
tables are available here, but only for your ABAP or any practice you use. But parallelly, I will also use S4 HANA system. Okay, when I start HANA modeling and all, I will show S4 HANA system as well as this system. Okay, both I will show it. So you don't worry about it.
okay,
Yes, someone is asking how to specify the object about catalog. Like I told you that time, right, related to catalog. If you are a senior consultant, you are involved in the partitioning and also you are involved in the changes of the table. So same thing you can mention if you want to mention done partitioning, alter the tables. That's it. Those two you can mention. But my suggestion is as an ABAP on HANA consultant, you project more on ABAP on HANA and HANA modeling. You can add HANA modeling. These two you project. And also you can mention OData Query Launchpad because I will also explain that. In case if you practice something on front end side, you can also put that UI5 Query front end. Okay, don't put catalog folder. Maybe you can put I have knowledge on all database artifacts related to catalog. I have knowledge on data provisioning. You can put these two, but don't put. Okay, is it clear? Any questions? Okay, guys, thank you very much. We will meet tomorrow and start HANA modeling.